Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike, Turbo Everything. Figure I make just a little bit of an update video on my life, where I'm at, what I'm doing. And I think one of the things I want to talk about is the actual cost basis for the GS300. So I think I'm just going to go piece by piece and talk to it, and then I'll got my computer up in front of me with the Excel spreadsheet, but I'll calculate it also. Just to see, because I'm using it through Google, and it's like the way I did the cost basis, it's not really that great looking through Google. So, and it doesn't work well to do some. So, long story short, I theoretically paid $4,000 for the actual chassis with the CD009 and the GTE in it. That's a non-VVTi GTE. I think it's from an Aristo. I'm not 100% certain if it was from an Aristo or a Supra, but that's what I know. So $4,000, and that was because I traded a Subaru Forester XT that I paid $4,000 for. So that was the first piece. I then picked up a set of Snake Eater Performance injectors, which is a big company in the LS community. It's a guy named Brad who ships them over. He does flow testing, and he works on them, and he rebuilds them out and does whatever he has to do with them, and he makes sure they're perfect, and then he resells them. Those are 1500cc injectors at 50 psi, and those were $260. And then I picked up a set of used GSC valve springs and retainers for $160, which was amazing. I got really lucky on that one. I got an eBay fuel rail, $28, and I paid Top Secret to weld them for me, and that was an additional, I should be totaling this stuff right, 4,000 plus 28, we'll just say, for that, plus I think I paid him $40, and he welded the bungs. So rather than you just screwing in the bungs on those like really cheap rails, and this is, I'll tell anyone, when you get a $28 rail, they give you like these junky O-ring fittings that always leak. Get rid of it completely, tighten it down, grind off the area, and aluminum, just weld it. Just get them welded, get them done the right way the first time, and you'll never have it leak. This is a little bit of an expensive one. Summit fuel lines and fittings. So I picked up PTFE line from Summit so that I could run ethanol. So I'm running E85 in the car, and that, with all the fittings and everything I needed to make my bulkheads, was just around $250. So $250 plus. And let me go back and I'll add in the injectors too, which so 260 plus, and then 160 plus. All right. Oh, we'll say the tune. So the tune was 600, and that was over at Top Secret also. I had to get two wheels, so that was $380 for the XXR wheels that matched. My buddy gave me a set, the rear set of the wheels, and I picked up the two fronts. Tires were $150 all around. I got really lucky on that one too. The EMU, so the computer, was $800, and that came with the patch harness. So I'm running an ECU Masters EMU. I picked it up used for $800. What else? What else am I missing here? Knockoff tile blow-off valve for $32. It took forever to come from China, but it came. 3-inch intercooler piping that I made work, and I had also welded by Paul, and that was probably like $50, so we'll say $50. The intercooler piping was only $90 actually from China. Okay, head stud. So I picked up 3 things to use from one of the guys in the 2J forums: head studs, a billet tensioner, and a billet timing belt tensioner, and Tomei 264 cams, and that was $650 total. which was a steal actually. My intercooler, which was $215. It's a 4-inch core intercooler from On3 Performance. Again, all the LS guys run them. They work perfectly. I got also a timing belt and water pump kit directly from Toyota. That was $353. And I got sponsored through Mishimoto for my fans, my radiator shroud, and all that other stuff. So that was $280 and $150. So, and the reason I'm making this video, and I know I didn't really say it in the beginning, was I had a lot of people ask me, like, oh, like, to make that power, what did you do? How did you get there? And what was the cost basis behind it? And, with that being said, I made it very clear, like, to a number of people, I was like, listen, I'm not here to spend a ton of money on this. Like, I'm here to do it on cheap, or as cheap as I could. So, I have another block. This is just if it blows up. I have another block sitting here. I have another crank. I have rods, pistons, a bunch of other things sitting. And all this stuff is ready to go if this bottom end goes, because I didn't touch the bottom end really. I just cleaned everything up, got the head decked. Oh, that was another cost. That was $300 to get the head built and decked. See, look, I'm gonna end up forgetting stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I really don't think there's anything. Oh, and $100 for the energy seats. I got really lucky with that. So, I've been saying to people that I've been under 10K for this total build. And again, not including the extra motor and all this other stuff. I think that I'm fairly happy with this number. I'm actually just under 9,000 bucks, so $8,896. I think anybody could do this. I think anybody can price out this stuff, not get killed with all these crazy super parts, 2J parts, and all this extra money that people spend on, to be honest, crap. It's 90% of the stuff works the same. Yeah, some of the companies are better, and maybe I'm being biased and maybe I'm giving you poor information, but from what I've learned with Matt Happel and Sloppy Mechanics and all these other guys that I've seen make stupid power with the cheapest setups, it made sense to me to build this. So at $9,000, I made 515 horsepower at 22 psi on 16 degrees of timing. Very conservative. And I'm running rich, like very rich. And that's because I plan to have this car sitting on rev limiter. I don't want this thing to have any sort of detonation, any sort of knock issues. I'd rather have extra fuel. I'm gonna have this thing at Club Loose in the next couple of weeks, whenever this coronavirus goes. And I'm just gonna be fucking limiter at all times. So the idea behind this is just making sure that I am safe and that that it all goes well. So they did a dyno pull on 18 degrees of timing with it pulled in and much leaner, like safe lean though, extremely safe if I was gonna just be driving the thing in the street, and it made 600 and change, and then it started slipping the clutch. So I don't want that. I have no interest in that. I don't want to blow the motor, really, to be honest. And I think I'm going to be really happy just with where it's at right now. Would I like to be one of those number guys and make 1,000 wheel? Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's fun. But it's more than enough power for what I want. So just figured to make a quick video about this. I know a lot of people ask me, but 9,000 bucks. I can put, if I remember, I'll put some of the links in the description of the places where I got my parts. 90% of everything was just so cheap. I mean, like, even the exhaust manifold I got for $20. So like, I don't even consider it. And that was like cheap Chinese shit that somebody was just basically gonna throw away. So it's just like things like that you can use and you make work and you do for cheap, and you kind of finagle things, and you do it. make it work. You get a cheap welder from Harbor Freight or from wherever, and you learn. So, yeah, but I think anyone can do it. Anyone with a mind, I think, can do it. So, all right, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night, and you'll be seeing some more videos soon.